Imagine walking into the wild and suddenly realizing something terrifying. Almost everything around you has evolved a way to kill you. Some have venom, some have teeth, some use brute strength, and some are so small that you might not even notice them before it's too late. But here's the strange part. The animals that look the most terrifying aren't always the ones you should fear the most. So we're starting with the dangerous ones that look almost ordinary, before slowly getting to creatures that make the word deadly feel like an understatement. Number 10, the Cape buffalo. At first glance, a Cape buffalo doesn't look like a monster. It looks like a giant cow, a very large, very muscular cow with enormous horns. But across the African savanna, this animal has earned a reputation for being one of the most dangerous large animals to encounter. A fully grown buffalo can weigh hundreds of kilograms, and those thick horns aren't decoration. They're weapons. When a buffalo feels threatened, it can suddenly charge with incredible force. And here's where things get worse. Cape buffalo don't always react like prey. If one is wounded or cornered, it may turn around and fight back. Imagine thinking you finally escaped a charging animal, only to realize the animal has decided to come looking for you. And you're not necessarily dealing with just one. Buffalo live in herds. So one angry animal can quickly become a wall of horns, muscle, and pounding hooves. Basically, you thought you were dealing with a cow. The cow disagreed. But if a giant buffalo is already terrifying, the next animal proves that size isn't even necessary to become a serious predator. Number 9, the Komodo dragon. On a few Indonesian islands lives a creature that looks like someone took an ordinary lizard and kept enlarging it until the idea became completely unreasonable. The Komodo dragon can grow to around 3 meters long. It has powerful jaws, sharp teeth, strong legs, and a highly developed sense of smell. But its most disturbing advantage is what happens after the bite. Komodo dragons possess venom glands that can contribute to blood loss and other dangerous effects, and they don't necessarily need to finish the hunt immediately. If prey escapes wounded, the dragon can use its incredible sense of smell to follow the trail. So imagine being injured, exhausted, and trying to disappear into the landscape while the predator behind you can practically smell where you've gone. And this isn't some prehistoric monster from a movie. It's a real animal living today. But the Komodo dragon is still something you can see. The next creature is different. It can be almost completely invisible. Number 8, the box jellyfish. Picture yourself swimming through warm, clear ocean water. Everything looks peaceful. No giant shark, no crocodile, no monster chasing you. Just empty water. Except it isn't empty. Floating somewhere nearby could be a box jellyfish. Some species are so transparent that spotting them in the water can be extremely difficult. And that's where the nightmare begins. Their tentacles contain microscopic stinging cells capable of delivering venom. You don't need to be attacked by teeth. You don't even need to see the animal. All it needs is contact. A single encounter can cause extreme pain, and in severe cases, life-threatening effects. The terrifying thing about this animal isn't its size. It's the fact that you can be surrounded by danger without knowing it. And if invisible tentacles weren't enough, our next animal has absolutely no interest in hiding. Because when it rises up, spreads its hood, and looks directly at you, you know exactly what kind of problem you've just found. Number 7, the king cobra. The king cobra is the world's longest venomous snake. It can reach several meters in length, and when threatened, it can raise a significant portion of its body off the ground while spreading its hood. That alone is enough to make most people reconsider every decision that brought them there. But the real danger is its venom. A king cobra can deliver a powerful bite capable of causing severe neurological effects and potentially death without appropriate treatment. And here's something even stranger. King cobras primarily eat other snakes, including venomous ones. So while most animals spend their lives trying to avoid dangerous creatures, the king cobra apparently decided dangerous creatures should be dinner. And that brings us to the first big lesson of this countdown. Size doesn't decide how dangerous an animal is. Sometimes all you need is the right weapon. And the next animal doesn't have venom. It doesn't need it, because its weapon is something much simpler. Muscle. And once it gets hold of its prey, letting go is not really part of the plan. Number 6, the green anaconda. Deep in the rivers and swamps of South America lives the heaviest snake on Earth. The green anaconda doesn't need venom. It doesn't need speed, because it has something far more terrifying. Patience. And muscle. An anaconda can grow longer than several grown men laid end to end. It lies in the water, almost invisible, waiting. When prey gets close enough, the anaconda strikes with its jaws, and then it begins to squeeze. Every time the prey breathes out, the coils tighten, and they don't loosen again. This isn't a quick, merciful kill. It's slow, methodical, Certain. Because the anaconda's strength doesn't come from rage. It comes from a body built almost entirely of pure, unstoppable muscle. And once those coils close around you, there's no pulling them open. Basically, venom gives you a chance to run. An anaconda doesn't.
But if you think a giant snake is the scariest thing lurking in freshwater,